Ohio. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, Coach DeBoer told me pregame, this team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Ohio State's offense will have the football first. And here comes Tavian St. Clair. He threw for 5 touchdowns in a victory last time out.
And how much fun has it been watching this young man early this season as advertised? It was so special a year ago. And David, you could really see all the work this guy has put in the offseason. He's playing at a different level early this season and certainly looking to continue that today.
And that's why this team's doing a lot of winning. And he's doing a lot of performing. Like, he's coming out the gates really, really strong. Got his team in position early on. Listen, you got to start fast. Then you get to the middle of the season. Impressed by the way he started the season.
Quick give. It's Jackson. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
St. Clair from the gun on 3rd down. Hauls it in. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Tavian St. Clair. Got a man in the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. New set of downs after the completion. The run inside. It's Jackson. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to run, it's Jackson. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeye! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. On the return, it's Scott. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And it just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So Tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Oh, he's got some space. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Alabama quickly back to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
With the catch, it's Hill. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here. Throwing Russell. In the backfield, it's Jenkins. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week, you got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. The give. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on third and goal, and it did not pay off. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Throwing St. Clair. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. See what they dial up on first and 10. Hits inside. It's Hawkins. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Finds his man. It's Moore. At the 40, there he goes. All kinds of room to the right. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it first and 10 in the red zone. Tough run here. It's Hawkins. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. St. Clair. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Running inside, it's Hawkins. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He splits the uprights. They're up by a touchdown here in the first.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy. Fielded
in the end zone, it's Scott. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Here comes that Alabama offense. These two teams feeling each other out a bit, down 10-3 as they open this drive. Straight ahead, it's Hill. Just smothered on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Kick is in the air. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They've already put up a couple of scores, and now they have it again up 10-3. They'll move the wide receiver. Tavian St. Clair. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. He's got him in the flat. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Again, it's St. Clair. Unloads to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make.
Caught, and he's got room. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. They go play action with St. Clair. Rolls right. Fires downfield. Caught. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. When the defense loses you like that, you have to find a way to make sure the quarterback sees you.
Man, I guess that's waving your arms. Hey, I'm open. I never really understood that because I never feel like you're running as fast, but he got by the defense. Quarterback gets outside the pocket, makes the big completion down the field.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Throwing St. Clair. Touchdown Buckeyes! He got it right inside the pylon. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide ready to roll on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14... I feel that way, but dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They go play action with Russell. Right side, it's Meadows. There he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Run the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. Now the lead is down to 11.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He'll bring it out to the 33-yard line, and that's where he stopped, and that's where they'll put it in play. St. Clair fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The short hands. It's Glover. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line, it's Moore.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Again, it's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. They knock him down right there.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Throws to the tight end. Makes a catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Deep in the end zone, it's Johnson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've had a couple of drives bogged down, had to settle for field goals, and now they'll try to get it into the end zone this time. Russell on play action. He's going to throw deep right side. Wide open, he makes the catch. Finds some room. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. He'll try to tack on one more. And after making the extra point, they're down 24-13. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Guys, here on the Buckeyes sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Tavian St. Clair. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Grabs it inside the 15. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Run in the red zone, it's Jackson. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Buckeye!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. And he's brought down after a short gain.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane.
Going deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39. He'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing St. Clair. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. From the gun on third down, St. Clair. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. That is no good. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go play action with Russell. Caught. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul.
They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. Russell, under pressure, finds his tight end. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to pass, it's Russell. Gonna take a shot before the half. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's start with a look at Georgia Southern taking on the number 15 team, the Kansas State Wildcats. And it's Georgia Southern in an absolute fistfight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game in Columbus. Through 2 quarters today, we've seen these 2 passing attacks just pick apart these defenses. Short throws, intermediate throws, even a few deep completions. An aerial exhibition so far. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the chute.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Buckeyes will start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Buckeyes head coach coming out of the locker room. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Keelan Russell. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And I'm not going to say this one's over, man, but once you start to get in the third quarter and you've built this big of a deficit, every possession means so much, and you can't give them away, and they do. And they give it away with the fumble, and now they're going to really need this defense to bail them out, to make some plays, to force a turnover, maybe even score because they've built a good deficit.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. He fires one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on.
After that amazing performance in week one, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Powers inside. There's some room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. Could not make his way to the corner. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hill. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. St. Clair unloads to the right. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right.
And his QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Rush is on, and they got him.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Going for it all. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Rodgers. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. They give it to him again. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that 1st down marker. It's 4th down. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes that Alabama offense. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Motion from the wide receiver. Powers through the defender. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Alabama needs just a few inches here on 3rd down. They'll move the tight end. Plows his way ahead. Runs through a tackle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Jenkins. Still running at the 40.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rodgers. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll try the right side. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Tight end now in motion. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. He'll pull it down. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. Keeping his eyes downfield. Turning it on. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. Break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Quick spin on the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on first and goal. Stopped right there.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Alabama!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And the extra point is good. They took it 68 yards on that drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. One final play before the end of the quarter. Throwing Simmons. Left side, it's Johnson. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Headed for the fourth quarter now, and this quarterback battle looks like this. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To the air, it's Simmons. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Buckeyes right after the huge play through the air back to the line. They'll run it. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. And the Buckeyes trying to cash it in on first and goal. Keeps it himself. First down, he'll keep it. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense trying to take it back. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
Man, I love running quarterbacks, but I get it when people are conservative about it because this is why. Because they do have a tendency to fumble the football more. They don't work on those drills every day like running backs, taking care of that thing, wrapping it up, and you could see it there, and he coughed it up.
Out wide left, it's Hill. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw, and he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
On first down from their own 22. Russell. On the move. He's going to run it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Keelan Russell. Oh, pressure's coming. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Again, it's Russell. Out wide right, it's Edwards. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the...
It's him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown tie. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in from the Crimson Tide sideline, I can see a lot happening with their running back. He has turned it over here in this game, and they are down. They need him to be a little bit better with their ball security. I have seen some coaches go over there, have him put the football in, kind of try to knock it out, get him back to a confident state of mind. He's out there right now. We'll see if they can rely on him down the stretch. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open, man zone. I know I'm looking his way because he's going to catch the football. He's going to make big plays for me. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they're going to continue to highlight this guy in the passing game.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Russell. Extending the play. And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Now here's Russell. Still looking. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. To the air, it's Russell. Touchdown, Bama! And the comeback is on.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He's brought down, and that one never had a chance, and the two-point conversion attempt fails. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here's Simmons to throw. The quick out. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Quick give. It's Rodgers.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They were all over it. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Third and long right here. Motion from the wideout. Oh, he's got some space. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack.